Morning YouTube, and welcome back to another episode here at WILDMAN Lifts. I'm your host, WILDMAN. Now on today's episode, I'm going to be working up to a 1 rep max on the wagon wheels. And the goal today is to hit 500 pounds for the first time. So let's pop in, let's see if I can handle it today. Oh, naive WILDMAN. Now if you've seen the title of this video, you know that is just not going to happen today, which is unfortunate. But regardless, the giant set for the day is going to be working up to a 1 rep max using the Titan wagon wheels, and I'm going to be doing some bar facing burpees and jumping over that implement. Now, since that's actually higher off the ground, about a 3-inch raise from the ground than a normal deadlift, jumping over this bar is a lot harder than jumping over a regular bar. And I'm going to be doing, in between those sets, a 100-meter shuttle run where I just run back and forth across my gym like this, and I do this 3 times, which equals to be about 100 meters. And that's the giant set for the day. And I always get excited when it's time to use the wagon wheels because look how easy it is to load that barbell. If I had a regular deadlift bar, it is a pain to try to slide weights on there. You have to use some wizardry and some trickery in order to get that weight on correctly and seated properly. But when it comes to the Titan wagon wheels, I can just load and unload so easily. Look at this. You just slide them on, slide them off. It's so easy. Now, as I'm going up in weight, I'm trying to use speed through the middle, but I'm trying to ease that bar off the floor. But once I get it off the floor, I try to use as much pop as I can because that's going to be the key to lifting heavy. And I'm going to be doing these running and bar facing burpees the entire time because mainly I'm trying to get my body warm. I'm trying to get my hips to move and my body to just be explosive. Because I found that burpees and jogging very lightly in between sets, especially like on a heavy day like this, it doesn't tax my body. It just gets my body ready for the heavy weight. So if anything, even if I don't make it for whatever reason, if I can't hit the lift, at least I'm getting some really good conditioning in between. Because I've heard a lot of big men say, how are you still able to do burpees and pull-ups? Well, I never stopped doing burpees and pull-ups as I got bigger and bigger. That's how. And it also keeps me injury-free because my body and all the joints and all of the ligaments are nice and warm and primed. So this reduces the likelihood of injuries versus if I was just doing a straight deadlift and doing it cold. So I mainly do these movements to warm up my body for the big lifts, and I also do these movements to reduce the likelihood of injury. So now we're at the big boy weights here. So this weight would tell me whether or not my body was ready to lift heavy. And I'll tell you right now, that went up so fast. And since it did, it gave me false hope. I'm thinking, man, I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling healthy. I'm feeling conditioned. The sun was shining. Spring has started. And I'm ready to hit 500 today. And when I got to 475, this is a weight that I usually move very, very slow on. But not today. I'll tell you right now, this gave me another false hope. That went up super fast. And I thought, oh yeah, I'm going to hit 500 pounds today. There is no reason not to. Everything is moving very quickly and everything is going my way. So I added 45s to each side and I added the 2.5 pound weights to equal 500 pounds total. And I was fairly confident I was going to hit this. I knew I was going to have to go to that dark place and grind, but I was ready, baby. And the moment I grabbed it and squeezed, it broke off the ground and gravity just said no way. If you can't tell by my walk, I was so mad. So mad. It didn't make any sense. Everything was going my way and gravity just took over and said, nope, not today, and shut me down hard. But it is what it is. Sometimes that happens, right? Even in life, you have a plan, you think everything's going your way, everything seems like it should be going your way. And in the end, something pops up and it shuts you down. It happens. Well, I can't say that I'm disappointed because I am. Things did not go the way that I wanted to go. 475 on this flew up. And the moment I put 500 pounds on, 25 pounds more, I just completely shut down. Now I know better in my years of training not to continue to try to lift this over and over and over again because all it's going to do is just zap your central nervous system. And then when I go into my next session, which is going to be a log clean and press session, then my CNS is going to be fried and I'm not going to be able to perform well there either. and I'm not going to hit this. I know as many times as I attempt this, I'm not going to hit this weight today, no matter how hard I try. I really only had one try to hit it. I broke it off the ground, which I was very pleased with, but unfortunately, it just didn't go the way that I wanted to go. You have to realize that I am a natural lifter or a natty, meaning I don't take any steroids or any synthetic drugs. I don't take any testosterone. I don't take anything other than creatine, whey protein, and BCAAs. That's the only supplements that I take. So because of that, I need to pace myself. I need to start back low again on the deadlift and work my way up to this weight. I've been doing this for years, and I've been progressing in a linear fashion for years. So the methods work, but because I'm a natural lifter, it's just going to be a little bit slower. I'm just a guy who has a full-time career, has a full-time family, and likes to lift heavy. And I like to go at my pace, and I like to feel healthy in the process. Well, I still have a lot in the tank, so I'm going to continue to do some volume work and continue to do burpees and running and try to get the most out of this session before I close. So let's jump into that. You better believe I still had a lot in the tank. I was so viciously mad. So I was going to take it out on this 405 pounds loaded up on the wagon wheels. And I'm doing just one round, and I was going for a 10 rep max. So I wanted to hit 405 pounds for 10 repetitions. And no matter what, I was going to do it. Normally I play it safe and I do this like in 3 sets of 6, but not today, man. I was like, I'm going to hit a PR today, and 405 pounds for 10 reps on this implement would be a PR. So that would also suffice my volume set. So that felt good to get that out. And I just stuck with the bar facing burpees, and I only did 3. I'm doing only 1 round, right? 10 rep max and then 3 burpees and then a 100-meter shuttle run. But the reason why it's called a chipper, that's a throwback to my CrossFit days. But chipper actually means doing 1 round, but it's a lot more repetitions that you're just chipping away at. So that's where that term comes from. But regardless, it felt really good to get that 10 rep max out of the way. Now for the assistant giant set, I just want to do 3 rounds of just easy moving because my body was very stiff from all those deadlifts. So I did the stone over the shoulder with an 84-pound stone, and I just did 3 repetitions of that. But again, this is just to get my body moving when it really doesn't want to after all those deadlifts. And I did some ab mat sit-ups because I worked my posterior chain like crazy, so now it's time to hit the anterior chain. And then I did a 200-meter shuttle run. So after 3 rounds and 10 rounds of the 100 meters of running, this accumulated to 1 mile of cumulative running, just by doing a little bit of running in between my strength sets. And for the accessory giant set, I was doing 3 rounds, and since the wagon wheels were out here, I just decided to use it. So here I'm doing some wagon wheel English curls because I use a little body English when I do curls like this. It really overloads the biceps, and it really carries over into stone lifting as well. And as you know, I like to end every workout with some type of face pull. So this one is called a hitchhiker. And I really like doing this one on my pull and squat days because it helps my shoulders stay healthy. And I did some flutter kicks as well to really target that lower abdomen and to really hammer home the abs a little bit more in a different way. And that was the accessory giant set. Well, I feel like I saved my workout. Doing a 10 rep max with 405 pounds, plus doing all of the stone lifting, running, and burpees made me feel like I got a really good workout. Unfortunately, failure is part of the process when it comes to weightlifting. If you've watched my channel long enough, you know that I fail all the time. I always post videos that show me failing the bench press, back squat, deadlift, and some type of overhead press all the time. And the reason why I post that is for everybody to see that it's okay to fail, as long as you fail safely and you don't die in the process. Failure is how I learn from my mistakes and shows me the weak points in my lifts and gives me ideas of what I need to change in my strength programming or exercises I need to incorporate in order to get better so that I can hit the weight that I'm trying to achieve. And now I'll go back to the drawing board and I'll start small again with the deadlifts and I'll work my way up. Until next time, thank you.